Coinbase is one of the fastest growing companies. It was recently listed on the S&P 500. It is a major cryptocurrency company. It holds all of BlackRock's IBIT cryptocurrencies. And they just launched another video that has to do with the housing market. We're going to react to it.
Yeah, these commercials are making waves that they are releasing.
Well, let's see if this one is a ripple or a tsunami.
In 2012, you'd need 30,000 Bitcoin to buy this house. A decade later, it had only cost you 20 Bitcoin. And today, it could be yours for 5. If home prices keep falling in Bitcoin, why do they keep rising in dollars?
I get chills when I watch that one, for me personally.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Wait, what was the number again? Hold on, I gotta listen to the part.
30,000 Bitcoin to buy this house.
Wow.
30,000 in 2012.
Yep.
And then 20 in 2022.
Yep.
And now
then
5
today.
And
Wow.
house prices keep rising.
Yep.
Why does it keep falling?
So Coinbase is they're going after the whole the government printing money, right? The first one with the
They're exposing
all the dollars and
it's just a bold statement.
I think that a lot of people don't understand what's happening when
don't.
there's a massive print of money, and they don't understand that you're actually just devaluing that dollar that you have.
Well, what is money? Money is trust, right? And we're trusting that, hey, this dollar is going to keep its worth. It's going to be $1 tomorrow and the next day and the next month and the next year. But really what people are realizing, and a lot of cryptocurrency people are realizing, is that no, it's not. It's
definitely not.
It's devaluing. This is a bunch of crap. And why is everything costing so much more? It's inflation. This word inflation.
I know.
What does this mean to what we call the normies, the people that they're not really trying to figure out what's going on in the world? But
but
Coinbase is trying to educate people.
Spotlight.
They're trying
Absolutely.
to educate, Okay, so I mean, like, I don't know if I like the normies. They're not trying to educate themselves. I think that's like a little,
take it
condescending, maybe.
I mean,
it can be, but take it as you will. There's a lot of people that just go through the motions of life. They're busy going to being a mom and dad, and with their day to day, and they just think things get more expensive because it's the manufacturer or the farms or whatever charging more money, right? They think that's or the cost of goods are being passed down to them, which is true, but a lot of it is because when you create your liquidity, the demand for the product still stays the same. And if there's more liquidity, right, they have to charge more according to that. And so it's just when you really look at, like, again, inflation is taxation. And when you look at it, it's such on a math level, at that level, it's actually blatantly obvious. And you realize it's literally legal theft, the way that they print that money at the rate and way
And
that
I don't
they
mean
do.
I don't mean it being condescending by saying that they're normies. I'm just talking about people that
you just said that
may have
they're
not educating themselves, and this is what Coinbase is trying to do. They're trying to educate the masses, because the masses don't understand. I mean, we went to a party
I was just
this
going to
past
tell
weekend,
that story.
and I decided, you know what, I'm going to wear my Bitcoin hat
and
see how many people.
Let me set the stage a little too, because this wasn't just like it was a party of individuals who are likely pretty darn affluent. Really nice area. We've got, like, pilots and lawyers and like a lot of high net worth individuals at this party. So I think that's important.
Sure.
Because
so I decided I'm going to wear my Bitcoin hat just because I want to see how many people come up to me and say, "Hey, you have Bitcoin?" Like whatever.
Yep.
A fellow Bitcoiner.
Yes.
Yay.
And not one person said anything about my Bitcoin hat. Not one person. So
Which
I just
was
feel like
pretty shocking.
I'm like so early. Even the people, there's a lot of people that I wouldn't say normies, like people that
aren't educating themselves.
They're well educated in their own craft, but they're living day to day, and they're not understanding what's actually happening in the world.
Think about it, like the wealth managers, right? They're only talking about having anywhere from 1 to 5% of your portfolio being now looking at putting it or redistributing that wealth into cryptocurrencies, right? Which I think is
it's nothing.
It's nothing, and it's I think it's silly, especially when you look at what's gone on over the last 3 years.
But then when you go to the Bitcoin conference, like we were,
Yep.
and it's like all these people like Bitcoin. You know,
Yeah,
they're just like-
absolutely.
Skews your perception of what's really going on.
Yes.
Well, what we know is that it is important to start tracking your assets in terms of Bitcoin. And so one of the things that we recently did earlier this year is through our home report, you can now see your complete home worth and financials in Bitcoin as well as US dollars, so that you can really track those changes over time. And there is a historical chart that if you switch it to Bitcoin, it tells the story that this Coinbase video just told.
Yep.
And where you see, like, it used to be Bitcoin, you know, your house was worth a ton, and now it is progressively going down. And so if you're curious about this Bitcoin movement, go watch God Bless Bitcoin. Great video, kind of give you that intro on what it is, how it works, and why you might want to know about it.
I would also, if you have ChatGPT on your phone, go through what is Bitcoin, explain it to me, explain to me what Bitcoin is, how does it work. I did something this past weekend. I asked ChatGPT, what questions should I be asking you that would help me explain or help me understand Bitcoin more, and then answer all those questions. And then it asked a crap ton of questions and then answered all of those questions. And
Very
if you
cool.
can do that, you can really start to understand what this is.
Yeah. I have one other quick thing to add on too. If you want to know what your house is worth in Bitcoin because of the ad and everything that we just watched, go to Zoodealio.com and you can actually submit your address and see what your house is worth in Bitcoin in the home report. So really cool stuff. Take advantage.
Yep.
Thanks for tuning in.